What's happened this year is, as you probably know, 7 or 8 years ago, we did something that some people thought was stupid, some people thought was courageous. We said, we're deeply involved in cell phone handsets and other consumer products, and we don't see a happy ending for us there. The quicker we make a change and get back to doing what we've done for 20 years successfully, which is the hard stuff, use our better engineering, use our better processes and all the silicon it takes, but stop designing circuits that fit on a tiny piece of silicon but are only worth 50 cents, and go back to making the hard stuff that's worth $2, $3, $4. So we directed the sales team to not focus on that business anymore, but more important, we told the design team, you got to go off and start doing what you used to do. That turned out to be a 3, 4, 5 year activity. The customs we're after now, also like automotive, 2, 3, 4, 5 year design cycle. So I think maybe the one message this year that I think is the message, and it's the message of our annual report. 7 years ago, management put the company in the right markets, took them out of the wrong markets, and our design team generated the right products. Okay, so this year we can celebrate right markets, right products, and right results. I mean, in order for us to make up for the business that we were going to walk away from in consumer, we said we're going to re-energize industrial, which is always big, and that has gone from the low 30s to 43% of our business as the top line's been growing. Automotive was 3 or 4% of our business when we made this decision. Now it's 20%. I thought maybe 20% was the top. Now I'm convinced 20% is not the top. In the communications area, we said that we want to hold our position here. Now, communications to most people means cell phones. No cell phone handsets, but we're still very strong in networking. We still have a role in base station infrastructure and so forth. So you look at those, 90% of our business is non-consumer. We still have some military business that's steady at 6-7%. We still have computer business at more than 10%. So we've found in all these markets, where we can play at this kind of level. But the markets that we're going to make up for the consumer business that's gone from 28% to 3% was more industrial and a big move in automotive. So our automotive business has been the fastest growing, but here's even better. It's almost like we're clairvoyant. When the analog market was $20 billion in size in total, automotive and industrial made up 20% of that. Fast forward to where we are today, the market is now over $40 billion, and industrial and automotive are now 43% of the $40 billion. So we're in the right place. We're in the right place at the right time, and I think we have a 5+ year head start in our competition. Even when our electronica booth was as big as the telephone booth, it was always crowded. In fact, I dreamed about having a booth this big when I first came here 20 years ago, and now we have it. And I thought when the booth is big, maybe it won't be crowded, but you can see the booth gets bigger, the crowds get bigger. Our goal was to be the best and never was be the biggest. So our strategy was always be better before we're bigger. And I think that kind of strategy and a lot of good execution has created a company with great financial results. We have a chance to set the price when we are a sole source supplier. We don't sell things to a customer for $5 that's only worth $4. We sell things to customers for $5 that are worth $6. Okay, and so that's been our strategy from day one as well. Well, there's a challenge there. You have to be creative, and you have to be in the right markets at the right time, and you have to have the right solutions. And if you do, and you're first to market, then you can sell customers a product priced at a functional value. Okay, here's a functional value. This does your job. It's cheaper than what you're paying now, so everybody's happy. Maybe the thing that people give me credit for is deeply involved in the strategy, not the product strategy so much as the market strategy, but also the culture of engineering-driven culture. We're a company of engineers. We want to keep politics to zero. We want to keep bureaucracy. I'd like to say zero, but as you get bigger, there's bureaucracy snakes in. But if you can control those two things and make engineers, all of them understand that top management knows we're an engineering company. Don't second guess them on the engineering stuff. Let them go do it. We have engineers who want to do the hard stuff, so let them go do it. And sometimes we have to be patient, which isn't one of my virtues, but that's part of the secret sauce. I never forget we got to take care of the engineers, because that's what we're about. Hopefully that kind of culture, hopefully it's those kinds of things that have created the company that, quote, nobody leaves except to retire.